Hi. And guess what I'm doing? I'm in a forest here. Got some branches. How's everybody doing? You're getting outside? Now that the weather's warming up and it's nice out, I guess everybody's either in their gardens or doing their landscaping or maybe just out for a walk. Well, if you're doing that, let's say, and also seeing it's going to be summer coming around the corner, it's time for the barbecues and the parties and the get-togethers. So, what better way to treat your guests with some natural stuff? What I do is first I take my branch, my apple branch here. I'm going to take off these excess leaves and buds. Just peel them off, like so. The apple tree, I don't really save the leaves for what I'm going to show you next. Not for these ones. Now that we've got our example branch, you don't want to waste any. With the bark, you can select the as straight as possible, but it doesn't matter if it has some curves in it. That doesn't matter. And then what I do is I take my potato peeler and I remove the bark. Because you don't want this to dry with the bark on it. Try and remove as much as you can. You can use a knife too, but a potato peeler goes much better. And you're going to notice that it's green on the inside. And it smells so good. So, if you don't know what I'm up to, what I'm doing is I'm making some skewers for the kebabs out of apple wood branches. Why? For one thing, they're natural, they smell, and they're going to taste great. And if you have them in your area, of course, don't go cutting down the neighbor's branches, of course, but sometimes if you're taking a walk on a road somewhere, you know, sometimes there's these crabapple trees on the side of the road, and they belong to the public. So you can borrow a few branches. There, I've got my first apple wood kebab. You could when you get a few of them, tie them together so they straighten. But it's preferred, if you can, to use them fresh. That's what I do. I got here a cherry one. This is a cherry because I've got this on my land, okay? So I have an abundance. So what I do is I do the same thing. I remove the branches, but these, the leaves, you're gonna keep them on the cherry tree. The cherry tree branches, and these ones are straighter for your kebabs, skewers, kebabs, and the preference, if you can, do this outside because it's messy for indoors. But I couldn't do it outdoors because it's too windy and you wouldn't hear nothing but the wind. Now, before I peel the cherry one, the leftover, you have the leaves, you have the branches. Okay, I got this online. They're different natural teas that you got. I've got here Afternoon Escape and Hibiscus Mint. But what I'm saying is because you buy these, they're relaxing teas, goes great with your skewers and your ASMR, but also it comes with this neat little cup. And I'll show you inside, it's got a screen, micro screen. This is what you need for your tea or your iced tea for the summer. And we're always looking for something to drink that's different or natural and good for us. That's why I've got this. And what I do now, what I was getting to, you can take the buds, you put them in your little screen with the leaves, maybe rinse them first, but it's preferable sometimes if you dry them, but these ones I don't wait. Try and select the best ones that haven't been chewed, but also the branches, the bark and everything. Put it in it. You could do that. Just go right ahead. Put that in your cup for your tea. And even the apple ones too. The bark. Break it up. Just break it up. Yeah. Put that in your tea. I've gone in my rock garden and I've gotten myself some of my natural herbs that I grow. I got here, you smell, got here some peppermint, going to add some peppermint stalks and all. Don't be shy. And then can you tell? This is lemon balm. So I don't have to go and go out and buy a lemon. I've got lemon balm. So put that in. This is perfect on a hot summer day. It smells good. Got here some spearmint. So, you want to add your spearmint, the whole thing, in there. I've also collected, I've got some thyme. I've got the time to go collect some thyme and some rosemary. I love the smell of all this. Just, and sometimes what you can do with all your clippings, you can put them in a bag or in a container, put them on your table or your counter. Fragrance is going to spread. But better than that, if you can, plant some natural herbs like rosemary and thyme, sage, mint, anything you can, and put it near a window where it can get some sunlight. But also, it's going to put a nice smell in your house. And the mint, the peppermint and all that, it's a great bug repellent. So it helps to keep the bugs away. If you happen to have any, of course. But you can add a little touch of rosemary if you want. It's very pungent. Also, I have some hyssop, which you're going to probably ask yourself, what is that? That's a plant that I've got. It has a little bit of a licorice taste with lemon. Lemony licoricey. It's a tongue twister. Lemony licoricey. Oh, but that you probably don't have that in your backyard. Unless you have a garden like me. You plant some. But I like adding that too to my tea. Now all we have to do is add the water and let it sit, because it's going to be very hot when we add the water for our tea. Or you can let it cool down, put it in the fridge, have your iced tea. You can add a little bit of honey or a little bit of maple syrup, depending on your preference, or none at all. Sometimes what I do for the sweetness, I know it's out of season right now, that it's not ready. But sometimes what I do is I love adding berries, whatever I can. Cherries, slices of apple, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries, whatever you can get. Just put that in. That's going to give it the sweetness without any sugars. But honey's perfect too, so. Oh, it's smelling great in here. So, I'm going to keep up with my skewers, my kebabs. And also, if you want, like, soak them too, though, also before using them. That's going to help them not to burn too fast and extract the natural oils and the natural fragrances inside. So you're cooking with pork, apple, cherry, pork, perfect, or even chicken. Anything goes really, so. You can even bag them and freeze them if you want, you know. Get enough of them put together, cut them the desired length, then put them in a bag and freeze them. Good for a good month. So you have them, or in 2 months, you have them for the summer. You make them in advance for your barbecues. But you have to peel them while they're fresh, because when they're dry, they're very hard to peel. I'm going to keep on doing this, get my skewers ready. So I want to cook myself some pork kebabs. Get out there. Happy gardening, or happy barbecuing, or boating, or whatever summer activities you'd like to do, and make yourself some skewers for the barbecue. It's all natural. So, love you, take care, and if you want, come and give me a hand to clean up. I'm just kidding. We'll catch you on our next adventure. Who knows what we're going to be up to. You even talk to you. Gotta talk to your plants. But not if you're going to eat them. Thing with nature is there's so much out there that's edible. What would make a good thumb? I'll do that, it's not shaky.